Director Radique, along with his team of scientists, is carrying out an experiment with a non-functioning robot known as the Re-9, an impatient and dictatorial guy. Radique orders his crew, led by way of Dr. Simon, to increase the electricity being dispatched to the robot, regardless of her warnings about the gadget failure and that the electricity up can be too much for the robot. Dr. Simon is pressured to boost up the engine. Things don't flip out as anticipated, and consequently Radique wonders how the author of the Re-9, Professor Eggy, would prompt the robot moments after a wave of electrical signal flashes above the lab, ensuing in an energy surge that nearly destroys the lab. Re-9 seems to have cut a quick circuit as it stops showing any signs of electricity inside itself. Consequently, Radique insists his team get the lab working within days, and additionally orders to throw the robotic in the trash. Coins inside the meantime were taken to a suburban home wherein Noah Haley, a young teenager with an extremely good knack for gaming and tinkering with mechanical things, is playing video games. Aside from his cyber friend and classmate Bethany, Noah has no one to call his friend, making him lonely most of the time when he has to stop gaming. Bethany, who participates in online games with him, is savvy with social media. After one among his gaming classes, Noah's dad, Peter, invites him for a father-son night with pizzas and movies. Noah reluctantly joins his father. While all at once his elder brother Max returns from paintings, Peter asks his oldest son if he too desires to be a part of them for the movie. However, Max says that he has tons of work, seeing that he'll be promoted to the supervisor function tomorrow. Peter and Noah congratulate Max earlier than he heads to his room. While they may be looking the film, Peter receives an unusual name from his work. It's found out that he works on the Time Labs as one of the PC programmers. With matters in disarray at Time Lapse, Peter is ordered to return back to paintings. That nighttime he's understandably pissed off, because he already places in long hours and is in the middle of a father-son night time with Noah, but after plenty insisting, he finally agrees. Peter then asks Noah to come back along with him to the office, so at the least they may spend extra time collectively that evening. Shortly after, the daddy-son duo drives to the time lapse, and Peter checks in with the guard at the front desk. The defend insists on checking Noah's backpack as a protocol, which the youngster fortuitously agrees to. Peter, but would not understand why his younger son continually includes a backpack around him. Whilst asked, Noah tells his father that his gaming and robot matters are in the backpack, so he wouldn't want to hazard losing them as soon as they may be cleared. Peter takes Noah to his office room and starts operating at the code. Throughout this time, Noah notices a suspicious cart included with a tarp being driven by two workers toward the garage room. Curious as to what is on the cart, he follows the people. He is able to sneak into the storage room because the people have forgotten their keys to lock the door. Inside the room, Noah discovers that there's a non-functioning robot on the cart, which he guesses is set to be scrapped, and unexpectedly, he grabs it and puts it into his massive backpack. Little does Noah know that this robotic is not only very alive, however, he is very similar to a human and is in search of his father and writer Professor Eggy. None of the people at Time Labs were conscious that Re-9 became in reality activated by using microwaves, no longer ordinary electric energy, returning domestic. Noah places a piece of pizza into his microwave, and a number of the bursts of energy are attracted to Ari, who is nevertheless interior his backpack due to the sign of the microwave. The robotic now starts off evolved to Activate after dinner. Noah video chats with Bethany and tells her of his latest. Locate Bethany, who's additionally a tech enthusiast, cannot wait to observe the robot and individual. The following day, Noah additionally tells her to maintain the robotic a secret, and this is whilst Bethany assumes that he probable stole the robotic. However, Noah insists that it changed into approximately to be scrapped, so he proudly fees that one guy's trash is any other guy's treasure. After chatting together with his buddy, Noah goes to bed. He has left Re9 on a table, close to an open window. The following morning, the sunshine rays miraculously completed reactivating the robot. Re9 wakes up and starts scanning the environment. He examines Noah's physical features, awakening the teen as well. Initially, Noah is thrown off his mattress with surprise, but quickly discovers that the robot is quite personable and friendly with many particular capabilities. The two introduce themselves to each different, and Re9 says that he is searching out his creator shrink master named Professor Eggy. The robotic additionally mentions that he become positioned to sleep for 5 years by using his author before Radique tried to reactivate him. After examining his engine, Re9 learns that his memory have to were scrammed, considering that he does not remember why he turned into place to sleep for 5 years. However, he does take into account Professor Eggy pronouncing that it was performed to maintain him safe. Now the venture is to get his battery recharged in order that he can get his reminiscences again. Whilst Noah tells Re9 that he has to move to high school, the robot begs him to permit him come alongside, as he usually desired to attend faculty. Noah reluctantly consents and places the robot in his backpack. Meanwhile, at time lapse, the decision is made to scrap the Re9 and begin a new line of robots, but the one missing component is an running system for the brand new robot, and the top of the organization tells Radique and other crew members to simply use the device from the preceding Re9. At this second, it is finally located that the robot is long past. Director Radique sends out a crew of guys after the robotic, and now the chase is on. At school, Noah and Bethany find out a few of the extraordinary competencies of Re9. In the course of their social research elegance, the robot transmits facts for an oral mission across the room for Noah. Later, Noah discovers that Re9 is successful of turning into invisible and can also stop flying objects in midair. In the meantime, the humans from Time Labs are capable of tune Re9 down remotely. They determine that he is in the procedure of rebooting his gadget, but they cannot forestall Re9 till they have bodily manipulated him, due to the fact he became designed to be completely unbiased. Once returned at domestic, Noah and Bethany study greater approximately their new sensible friend. Suddenly they pay attention. A vehicle pulling up nearby. Noah goes to test it out and discovers that some peculiar guys in suits alongside Dr. Simon and Radique have arrived at their home. Knowing that they may be probably after Re9, Noah and Bethany sneak him out of the window and into the storage. Noah then drives his father's car, trying to escape from the time-lapse humans. Radique soon turns into aware of the state of affairs and has his men comply with the teens. Just then, Re9 unleashes his flying metals that raise the auto mid-air. Now that the auto is flying, this facilitates them hover past Radique's guys and successfully store themselves for some time. Document. However, they have another severe problem. Re9's batteries are walking low, and every time he does something unique like turning invisible or flying, it drains him down. Re9 mentions that his father could recognize what to do within the subsequent scene. The Young adults find out that the time-lapse human beings are tracking them through the robot's tracking tool. Therefore the genius Bethany comes up with a plan. She decides to upload her new sport referred to as Flower Strength early. The Flower Electricity is an 8-bit racing sport, and if she will alter the game map to fit the town and spoof Re9's uplink signal for each participant, then Radique and his guys may not be capable of solving them fortuitously. The plan works as Dr. Simon notifies Radique that they have got misplaced the robotic sign at the different hand. Noah manages to land the auto in a relaxed vicinity. However, they find out that Re9 Handiest has 2 days of battery life left now. In addition to fleeing from the time lab, human beings Noah and Bethany must discern out a way to find Professor Reggie worse, but the time lab people find out a way to remotely place Re9 into war mode. Consequently, he all at once will become a darkish and as a substitute violent model of himself and starts off evolved shooting Noah and Bethany. Fearing for her existence, Bethany hides at the back of the auto while Noah faces his new robotic friend and attempts to calm him down. For the reason that Re9 is in fight mode, he would not apprehend Noah and attacks him additionally due to the destruction in that surrounding region. The time lab human beings are able to find them simply whilst Re9 is about to kill Noah. Our heroic youngster gives a compassionate speech on friendship, telling the robot how much he loves him. Due to this, Re9 return to his original friendly shape and realizes what he had executed whilst he changed into beneath fight mode. He then apologizes to both Noah and Bethany, but not long after Radique and his guys arrive at the scene in response. Re9 makes use of the last of his battery strength to create an invisible cloak round them. Fortunately, they manage to get away the hassle for now. Later, while Re9 indicates some video logs in his reminiscences to Noah and Bethany, they study why he turned into put to sleep for 5 years. It turns out that Professor Eggy desired to keep him from the grasping Radique, but the latter had plans to turn Re9 right into a combat assistant and rebel soldier, or worse, a killing device, whilst looking to shop the robot T.